Hey guys, it's time to work. There was very little left in there, so I need to get another drink. But hi, how are all of you? I am doing well, let's put it like that. I'm feeling a little bit sick today, and I've got to film because I don't want to let down my patrons. I promised them a history video month, so I want to at least get one video out today so then I can get 2 out tomorrow that will be in the backlog. I'm always late and I always feel so bad about that, but I'm sure my patrons understand. They've told me they understand, but I always feel kind of bad about it. And I know I shouldn't, but I'm going to. I'm always going to feel bad about it, no matter what anyone says. So, but how are all of you? That's good. That's nice to hear. It would have been funny if one of you went, "Oh, you know, I'm doing okay. I just lost my hand. Now I've only got 2 more. 2 more. I was born with 3 hands." If any of you know what that's a reference to, you are automatically 10 times cooler, because I watch that channel too. I'm so happy so many of you like F Everything. I wasn't sure if there'll be much crossover when it came to F Everything, so I wasn't even sure if I was going to mention it on my main channel. But then I decided, you know what? A lot of you do watch my channel for me. I get messages every day that say, you know what, I don't really read comics, but I like Faust quite a bit. So I'm like, okay, I'll talk about it on my main channel. If people subscribe, they subscribe, and if they don't, they don't. But so many of you have subscribed, so I'm gonna advertise it a bit more across a couple of different videos, because as much as I love doing comic books, like, this is getting into the businessy side of things on YouTube, so if that makes some of you uncomfortable, I'm really, really sorry. But as much as I do love comics, like, I love comics. They're like one of my, like, I'm always thinking about them. I'm always thinking about comics, cosplay, anime, video games, you know, but this comic book sort of hype bubble is going to burst, and I want to keep doing YouTube past that. And I get the main way I can get around that is through using my strengths that aren't comic books, which are sort of my looks and my comedy. Like, I was a comedian before I started on YouTube, so it makes sense for me to use that, doesn't it? I'm not. I feel like it sounds conceited to say it, but it makes sense for me to use that, right? To make this YouTube thing last as long as possible and to help it get me to wherever else I'm going to go with comedy and such. Because I'd love to go into writing comics. You know, that sounds amazing, but I don't see that as my end place. I see my end place being on, like, having my own show. But that's not my end. I just sort of, like, that's where I see myself going, though, having my own TV show. I'd love to have that. Like, if I had a TV show, I'm going to be honest, it would be geeky influenced, but it would be, I don't know, I see it being sort of something like Ellen, the Ellen DeGeneres show, where I just make people feel good. That's what I want to do. That's what makes me happy. That, like, there is no better feeling for me in the world than when I say something and it makes someone laugh. Like, for me, that, like, there is no better feeling. So when I find out, like, in my comments that people say, "Oh, I found this part so funny," I'm like, "Oh, that made me so happy." And I think, like, that's a main difference between myself and the rest of the weekly pool is they're, like, especially Benny, he does dramatic readings, so everything's very dramatic and over the top, and, like, you can say that was epic or that was awesome, and, you know, that's his thing, and it works really well for him, and it is good, it's good quality. And, you know, there's Rob's thing where he's just very, very chill. He's very chill about everything that he does, and that's his thing. I can't be that chill. I tried for a while, and my videos came out boring. And so recently I've just embraced my humour, and I've gradually tried putting it into my videos, and it's there now more than ever. But it's not... if you watch that first video on F Everything, you can see, like, comedy is where I'm at. Comedy is what I do. And I'm so happy I get to use that. And I'm so happy that so many of you loved what I'm doing with it. So thank you guys so much for your support on that. It means a lot to me. And maybe one day F Everything will catch up with its super effective. That would be awesome. Because then I'd know people are watching me for me and not just for what I talk about. And I think, as much as I'm happy people are watching me anyway, to have people watch me for me is... I don't think there's a bigger compliment out there. And that's the truth. When someone's watching you for you and not just because you talk about something they're interested in, there's no bigger compliment at all. And I don't know. This is getting deep. Let's talk about something else. So skincare routines, right? I have never had a skincare routine, and my face has always been quite bad. I've always had these dark circles under my eyes. But in the past year or so, they've been getting quite bad. Like, they've been there my whole life, but they've been very pronounced in the past year. You can watch Time to Work and actually see them very, very, very clearly in some episodes. So I decided to do something about this. So a few days ago, I started with an actual skincare routine, cleansing and toning and actually washing my face and not going to bed with makeup on. And it's made a hell of a difference. Like, my skin feels so much soft, my pores are smaller, and, I need to start doing that because I'm recording Time to Work from a 4K camera at the moment. So, it's important that you look after your skin, kids. And so tone. And the thing is, I'm using Western beauty products at the moment, but I don't have, like, as much as my skin tone is white, my skin type is Asian because I'm part Asian, and so my skin and my hair are that of Asian hair. Like, if you actually look at my natural hair color, it's black, but it's the shade of black that's typically found in people that are from Hong Kong, China, and Japan, as opposed to the shade of black that's found in the West. And it sort of reflects my hair type. It's like super, super absorbent, whereas black hair that's typically found in the West isn't that absorbent. So if you have absorbent black hair that's got sort of like a brown hue to it, or sort of like a reddy brown hue to it, you probably have some form of Asian heritage. As a fun fact. So yeah, I've got like weak Asian heritage, but we know it's there. I never met the woman because she was dead before I was born, but we're blood related. And so yeah, I need to start getting some more Asian beauty products. So I've done a big order from a Korean brand called Etude House, and I'll update you on whether that goes well or not. I do have a beauty channel I forgot about until recently, so maybe I'll use that for once. I don't know. I don't want to have too many channels going at once, because at the moment, channels I'm actively using, I've got It's Super Effective, It's Not Very Effective, and F Everything. But if we talk about all of my channels that I should be using, I've got It's Super Effective, F Everything, It's Rather Effective, It's Not Very Effective, and It's Cho Effective, which was the worst name for a channel in the world, so I kind of want to change that. But we're coming up to 10 minutes, so I'm going to end this video here. So thank you guys for watching. I hope you all have an amazing day, and this has been Time to Work.